Hi everyone, David Aragona and Mike Beer here, taking a look at some Kentucky Derby contenders. And speaking of the Derby, it is right around the corner, so you want to make your handicapping plan, and you can do so by taking advantage of one of these Kentucky Derby packages that we're offering. Save up to 39% of the value on everything that's included in this package: PPs, betting strategies, the player's guide, clock reports from Mike Welsh and his team. Find out more about our Kentucky Derby packages at shop.drf.com. Mike, let's focus on Kentucky Derby contender Burnham Square, a horse that attracted a lot of buzz following his victory in the Holy Bull, going back to the early part of this prep season. Lost a little bit of his luster when he finished fourth in the Fountain of Youth after that, but got things back on track last time in the Grade 1 Bluegrass. We could take a look at the stretch run of that race and got some pace to close into, but I think what we saw in this replay, Mike, and something we can take forward to the Kentucky Derby, is this horse is a strong finisher and distance should not be a problem for him.
Those are definitely the things to like about this horse. He's already proven a couple of different times that he can sit back, sit behind horses, and make one big run through the stretch. He seems like the mile and a quarter distance is going to work for him, maybe more than some of his main competition in the Kentucky Derby, David. And he's been rock solid right from the start here. I do like the way that he has been progressing throughout the spring. I wonder if he has one more forward move in him on the first Saturday in May.
He is going to have to get a little bit faster because he got the ideal pace set up in the Bluegrass and still only earned a 96 buyer, which is 12 points shy of the 108 buyer that has been achieved by Kentucky Derby favorite journalism. So Burnham Square is going to need that next step forward, but he is in the barn of a trainer, Ian Wilkes, who was the assistant to Carl Nasker for many years and does get horses to continue improving over time, making those incremental improvements. So you get a little bit of hope there. And as we said, a horse who should relish the 10 furlong distance of the Kentucky Derby. So those are some of Burnham Square's strengths. Maybe a weakness, Mike, is something that we saw in the Fountain of Youth 2 back, where he wasn't able to match the quickening of the pace in the middle portions of that race and got outrun a little bit around the far turn and then was staying on at the end. And the Kentucky Derby is the kind of race where you see big variations in pace. They go fast early, then slow down, then quicken up again at the end. So Burnham Square feels like the kind of horse that might have to work a little harder to navigate a trip through traffic, and we'll see if he's able to do it.
Yeah, you always have to concern yourself with that. For a horse with his running style, where he just sort of wants to sit behind horses and run late, you got to get the right setup, and then you got to have a clean run into it. We'll see if it all works out for him, David. All the stuff that you were sort of laying out as positives about him before are all really true. A really good trainer. He's got the distance capabilities. He's a really talented horse overall. I mean, these are things that are going to make him a major contender on the first Saturday in May. I'm one of the guys, I think I don't like him quite as much as some other people do. Again, he's just a horse who I feel like is going to have to move forward one more time. And it's not like he's going to be sort of an outsider on Derby Day. I think people like this horse. He's going to take some money.
He's going to take some money, but I mean, how short a price can anybody be in this Kentucky Derby with a horse like journalism in the field? If you're looking at these alternatives, I think there are going to be a lot of horses somewhere between that 8-1 and 15-1 range, and he might be on the higher end of that spectrum. So we'll see where his price ultimately lands. He is an easy horse to root for, being a homebred in this field where so many horses sell for large amounts of money, and connections buy a lot of these horses to make the Kentucky Derby. This is a horse that has been bred by Woodham Thoroughbreds, an owner breeder that's been in this game for a while, and he is a gelding at that. So an easy horse to root for, being a little different than his competitors in this Kentucky Derby. Well, those are our thoughts on Kentucky Derby contender Burnham Square, but we want to hear from you. Leave us a comment, drop a comment below this video, and let us know if you think Burnham Square has a chance to scoop up the run for the Roses next week.